There was pin-drop silence in the room. I was saying, the professor cleared his throat, there is only one person in the world who has never failed. Getting what he wanted, getting what he dreamed of, he was happy with it. In his life, he never failed. Would any of you be able to identify this person? Alexander. Salahuddin Ayyubi. Washington. Napoleon. Different voices come through. None of those, he replied with a smile. So who is that person? Asked a student excitedly. That man, said the professor mysteriously, who has never done anything in his life. A wave of surprise floated from one face to another. In the world, no one succeeds at everything they intend, dream, try, or strive for. No conqueror, king, businessman, politician, or scientist has ever been successful. It is inevitable that a successful man will experience failure at some point or another. There are two possible outcomes to any endeavor. Either you succeed or you fail. But I would like to put it another way. Some people are more successful and some are less successful. But those who are less successful are said to be useless, the professor concluded his lecture. He said, "Are you surprised by this argument? Come up with someone who always wins and let's brainstorm." Indeed, no such person exists. There are two sides to the coin of life, failure and success. There are times when you fail and times when you succeed, but they are not considered the same thing. Nowadays, everyone wants to win in the fast-paced world we live in. A successful person is the star of everyone. Successful people are idolized in every field, including science, business, politics, adventure, and cricket. It is written about him, he is interviewed, and he is praised. Like an abandoned child, failure claims no one's ownership. A failed person suffers two types of torture. In the first instance, it's physical, and in the second, he has fallen from grace in the eyes of the people. If you are also among those people who only believe in success, then that's fine. But if you don't accept failure as a part of life and you hate unsuccessful people, then the problem is more serious. You need to learn the art of dealing with failure. Don't be shocked. The fact that no one in the world is always successful means you will eventually fail. Anyway, failure is not such a hateful thing. The concept of failure does not exist. With a smile, Einstein remarked, "Failure is taken to mean that nothing has been accomplished, although logically this is not true." In failure, there is work, but it happens at a certain rate. For example, if 50% marks are required to pass an exam, then a student who gets less than 50% marks must have achieved something. Yes, however, it can be said that a student who scores more than 50% on an exam has been more successful. In contrast, a student who scores 0 to 49% is less likely to succeed. Complete failure does not exist. Repeat this too: you are less successful or you are more successful. But you always succeed. George Washington once said, "Failure is the path to success." By overcoming failure next time, you can achieve success. If you don't walk the path of failure, how can you counter it? Perhaps this is what the world's greatest inventor Edison said. It took Edison 999 experiments to invent the light bulb. When he began his 10-00th experiment, his assistant looked up at him with swollen eyes and spoke in a broken tone. "It's all over, we've exhausted all our efforts. We are not done." Despite his nerves, Edison's lips smiled. "We are not useless. We have found 999 ways not to make a light bulb. We have already discovered that following these methods won't make a bulb. Next time we will have to find a more efficient way to make bulbs. An attitude that arises from failure is decisive for success in life. The point is that no one has the magic to succeed in every field of life. Like failure, success has a price to pay. Why are people so afraid of failure? This is because they do not know that failure is also a necessary part of growth and is necessary for human improvement. It was said by the famous psychologist Sigmund Freud. We have forgotten that everyone has the right to fail. Failure tastes bitter. Failure stings children, the elderly, and everyone in between. As a first step, ask yourself, why didn't I work? Investigate the causes of failure with a cool head while avoiding blame. Rate your strengths and weaknesses and hit the ground running with a new plan. One of the benefits of failure is that you can avoid making previous mistakes. After analyzing your failure, you can make up for it next time. Sometimes failure changes your whole life. Failure prompts you to take risks and explore new lands. Human history honors those who persisted in the face of failure as well as those who succeeded. The difference between failure and retreat is significant. It is Emerson's statement that failure means the separation of gold from the soil. Only after the work is done, the right and the wrong are identified. It is only after losing that one learns how capable they are of bearing burdens and persevering. Success is built on the foundation of failure. Failures and successes are part of life. If you are very upset about something, if so, think about how significant this failure will be in the next 5 or 10 years from now. There is no easy way to succeed in life. Difficulties come with ease, and failure paves the way for success. At the beginning of World War II, when Churchill's troops were defeated, he spoke with immense determination. "I lost the battle but not the war,"